Hey, what's up, Mini Nation? It's your boy Damian. Welcome to week 3 of the BBR, the BBR Battle Royale. I am your coach of the Vegas Golden D-Nites. We're rocking the white today this week because we got the away game this week, as on the schedule says. But we do have a matchup. We're going up against the San Diego Snugglers and their coach, Grandmaster Ray. I believe. Let me check the standings. Give y'all a little bit of a lesson in what's going on this week. We took a tough L. Going into this week, the San Diego Snugglers are 2-0. We are 1-1, and we are currently sitting at the 12th spot. Only 8 teams make the playoffs. Our differential is what's keeping us out of the playoffs right now, but I very well believe that we can do it and get into the playoffs if we can play well enough through the rest of the season. I think this 1L won't set us back. Bad matchups, they happen. The Men's are the best team in the league right now. Celestial is just obnoxious Pokemon. I don't care what anyone says. You can tell me otherwise. It's fine. Anyone who brings Leech Seed Protect, man, I've done it once. I get it. But, man, it is disrespectful. Next up, so this week we're looking forward to it. I got a new layout finally, so you guys can stop complaining in the comment section about the, whatchamacallit, the lack of thereof Pokemon there. So you can see that matchup to my left, and you can see my team up top. And you could see that we are building for the San Diego Snugglers. So they're rocking with Tornadus, Therian, Clefable, Hippowdon, Volcanion, Dracozolt, Sneasel, Tangela, Klinklang, Whirlipede, Drillbur, and Noctowl. They did just recently pick up Whirlipede and Volcanion for this week, but I'm not really too concerned because we prepped for them. So kicking things off, we have Jerome, our Excelgor, rocking the Throat Spray, Bug Buzz, Davion? Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz is a sound-based move, so Throat Spray will raise the holder's special attack by 1 stage, and we have Unburden, so that gives us a plus, doubles our speed, so we are So, Bug Buzz actually hits a lot of things for great damage, like Tangela. Dracozolt hits really good, Sneasel hits really good, hits Hippowdon decently well. We get to that +1, and then we start to go in. The one Pokemon we can't really handle with the set is Torntea, but there's other Pokemon I brought for Torntea, so my goal is to get Torntea out of there. We can deal with Clefable decently well. Even if it's unaware, we can deal with it decently well. Hippowdon, once it's, we can get some chip on it, it'd be nice. Volcanion, we can get some chip on it, that'd be nice. Dracozolt, Sneasel, Tang. The rest of the team I don't really care too much about, because we outspeed everything and hit everything. Like, nothing really deals with us. Even a Scarfed Dracozolt can't do much to us. So, but yeah, this thing's whole purpose is just hit hard. We have this spread here to outspeed something. Hold on, let me look at the matchup of the speeds. Torntea hasn't died yet this season. Hopefully this week it's first death. Torntea is our goal to kill. That's our goal to outspeed. I'm not really too scared of it. Torntea is the fastest thing on the field. We outspeed Sneasel. And even Choice Banded Ice Shard doesn't do crazy. Like, it does like maybe half. So we'll make it happen. Next up we have Cursula. This Pokemon is the weirdest, by far the weirdest set I've ever run on a Pokemon in my life. And Alpha and I sat down and prepped, and I have to put all respect towards Alpha for this set. It's very interesting for sure, but we are rocking out with, I just noticed my thing's like off, so you can't really this light isn't facing how I want it to, if that makes sense. That should be a little better. It's not as dark. Yep, that looks a lot better in my opinion. It might look the same to you guys, but it looks better to me. That's all I have to say. We're rocking with Cursula, Focus Sash, has Hex, Strength Sap, Will-O-Wisp, and Ancient Power. Ancient Power helps out with Torntea, obviously. I know, you can run Power Gem, Davian. I ain't scared. Ancient Power gives me the same 2-shot anyway. Power Gem does a little bit more damage, and maybe we can get a boost. Who knows? I doubt it, but hey, who knows? Maybe we'll get a boost. But Will-O-Wisp Hex does more, so that's the plan. This spread is interesting because we can actually win a game if I do this correctly. So Sneasel basically knocks me off, takes me down to my Sash. I Will-O-Wisp it. Or, I guess in this sense, Strike Sap it, right? Or maybe catch it on a switch-in with Strength Sap, or whatever I gotta do. Get up to full, -1, Will-O-Wisp it, -3, that point, it's not doing anything. And we could continue to put in nothing but the finest against this thing. Like, we could definitely keep strength sapping and getting back up to full, so we can essentially murder the Sneasel if need be. And also, we could just Will-O-Wisp things like Dracozolt get Will-O-Wisp, Hippowdon could get Will-O-Wisp, Torn could get Will-O-Wisp. That'd be really nice. We really want to get off a big Will-O-Wisp early. So we really want to hit something like like Hippowdon or Dracozolt or Sneasel. That'd be really nice. Next we have Clockwork, who's kind of our Spadef wall this week. It is a very interesting matchup. It helps with Clefable a lot. We have Ironhead, just literally takes care of Clefable. We are taunting for the Hippowdon, so if we're 1v1 in a situation with Hippowdon, we can definitely win it, depending on his moveset. But we just click taunt on it, make sure it can't set up rocks, make sure it can't set up use Yawn, can't slack off. None of that, not toxic, none of that stuff, right? We want it to just be restricted. So we want it roost, taunt, U-turn. U-turn is just there for just to get in and out. He has one ground type of Hippowdon that actually can take an electric type move, and I believe Volt Absorb Dracozolt exists, but nobody really runs that, so I'm not really. Hustle is more so what I'm concerned about. If he's running Volt Absorb Dracozolt, then it is what it is. So we have the Volt Turn crew, so that's kind of my goal, is to just keep Volt turning around on them. But I really like Taunt this week. Clefable can't really set up too much, especially with Cosmic Powers and stuff. Hippowdon is not going to be able to do too much. Unless you put speed IVs in your Pokemon, we are outspeeding it 10 times out of 10. And we can roost off any damage it wants to do, even if it wants to hit me an electric type move. Whatever it wants to do, we can roost it off. Next up, we have Appa, our Lanoon, holding the Choice Band with Extreme Speed, Stomping Tantrum, Facade, and Switcheroo. Low-key, I really want to be hit with a Toxic. I don't care where, I don't care how, I don't care when, I don't care. Facade, 2 shots, like 90% of the team. Literally 1 taps or 2 shots, 90% of the team with the band, right? We get the quick feet boost plus the Facade, things die. But if that doesn't happen, we have Switcheroo, which is also really, really good. Switcheroo is a very awesome item. I think if we can get Clefable with the Choice Band, or even Volcanion with the Choice Band, we are in business. Okay, restricting Clefable to 1 move is really nice. That is like ideal. So I'm really excited about that. This spread helps me outspeed. What were we calculating? Dracozolt was the creep here, I think. Dracozolt was the creep here. So we're pretty high attacking Adamant. Got to put some stuff in defenses to make sure we live for like toxic damage. That's why we have the 161 and so on and so forth. And for, like, burn damage and all that stuff. To try to make as much do with it as I can. But if we get into a situation where Choice Banded Extreme Speed or Choice Banded Facade just does the work, I'm doing God's work and I'm clicking it, just so you're aware. And we have Stomping Tantrum just in case we get in a situation with Kling Clang. That's literally the only Pokemon on the roster that resists. He doesn't have a Ghost type, doesn't have a Steel type's Kling Clang. So like Stomping Tantrum can kill it. So that's basically our mindset there. Next up, we have Stunfisk. Flats our Stunfisk with the Shuka Berry. Has Earth Power Discharge, Scald, and Stealth Rock. So we're running Earth Power Discharge, obviously Torn T. Obviously, Discharge hits Torn T. Volcanion gets hit by Earth Power. Dracozolt also gets hit by Earth Power. But we are running the Scald for Hippowdon. We don't want to be in a situation where Hippowdon just gets everything off for scot-free. So we could just click Scald on it. Let me double check the calc on it. I believe it does like 30-ish% depending on the spread. Depending on the spread of his Pokemon. But it's definitely a fun set this week with Flats. I like the Scald. I like that Stunfisk gets Scald. It's actually hilarious to me that that's a thing. And we don't get affected by sand. So like Stunfisk with this spread, if he's uninvested, right? 252, 248 defenses, 8 attack. We do 31.6 to 38, and we only take 23.7 to 38% from Earthquake because of the Shuka Berry, right? And we pray that we get a Skull Burn. That's my mindset with it. We get a Skull Burn, we're in business. If not, it is what it is, right? But I really like this. If we can catch something off guard, it tries to Earthquake me, or something tries to hit me hard, and we get a Scald off on that, especially on that Hippowdon, that'd be nice. And last but not least, we have Wash Shoe, our Rotom Wash leftovers, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Hex, Will-O-Wisp. Again, we really want to burn his team. His team really kind of doesn't do well under burns. So Dracozolt, Sneasel are really nice to burn. Kling really nice to burn. Torntees, Hippowdon, all those Pokemon are really nice to burn. That's why we're running Scald as well. Just try to get some burns off. Burns are very helpful. Hex actually hits some things for good damage. This Pokemon kind of gets walled by what's it called? The Clefable. I see Clefable, I Volt Switch, I get to Clockwork, I taunt. That is my only goal, and then I Iron Head repeatedly. I taunt Iron Head repeatedly and make sure if he has speed investments, good on him. But I make sure that you just don't get the ability to do that. I don't care what else we got to do. We got to get you out of there, and we got to make sure we're doing the right damage because that thing is annoying. But Volt Switch, we can Volt Turn on this team. Hippowdon's the only resist or immunity, so there's nothing really stopping us from clicking Volt Switch a lot. Hydro Pump obviously hits Hippowdon for great damage. Hex and Will-O-Wisp just hit really hard. We actually decided to go really special this week for exactly the reason of hard-hitting Volt Switches. I'm telling you right now, if I don't see Hippowdon, I'm literally going to foam at the mouth because of how hard we prep for this Pokemon. I don't expect Sand, really, except for Chip, but we have Flats for that reason. Actually, Flats is really good this game if we can keep it alive and healthy. But I really the no speed that we're basically here to outspeed Dracozolt here. So we can basically Volt Switch on it if he decides that he doesn't have Volt Absorb. If he has Volt Absorb, then I'm just depressed. But then at that point I just want to Will-O-Wisp it, right? So this matchup's also very weird. I have to play really interesting, but I think this is very doable. But I also think this game is very losable. Also, I'm kind of like bleh. So I'm gonna have like a bunch of battles in succession of each other. So hopefully those don't conflict with everything that's going on. But I'm just gonna get this game going. Make sure we do everything we got to do. Your Vegas Gold D-Nites are ready. Again, we got Jerome, our Throat Spray, cleanup crew. We really need to get rid of Torntea. We get rid of Torntea. Get some Chip on Clefable, Hippowdon, Volcanion. This Pokemon goes in, outspeeds literally everything with the Unburden Boost English. We could get work done. Kirk can obviously do damage. Hex obviously hits really hard. 145 special attacks on the Sneeze at. And then Strength Zap gets a lot of HP, especially if we're matched up against like Hippowdon. Like Will-O-Wisping Hippowdon would be nice. Strength Zapping it, getting our HP back would be really good. Also, Corviknight, really good Pokemon utility-wise. I know it's our Clefable check, and we just got to taunt it. Keep going. Appa actually can clean up as well. These two could be potential cleanup crew. We made this set so we can switcheroo with the Clefable specifically. If not, we have answers to everything else. Flats just is here as a utility, and Woshu, Rotom Wash is here to hit hard as well on the special side. I think these two are going to be the main ingredients of this operation. If we can get this Throat's Bug Buzz off, or I would really love to switcheroo the Clefable and snag leftovers or something. But like hitting extreme speeds with really high damage would be nice. But Facade also can do a lot of damage. So I'm hoping we can keep the band and potentially win a game with the choice band. That'd be really cool. Like hitting Volcania and Kling Klang. Just Facades and extreme speeds would be really. Extreme speed it does so much damage with the band. Appa's here to wreak havoc. So let's see how well we do. If you guys enjoyed this week, hit that like button down below for support. Appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We really contemplated a lot of Pokemon. Latios has a really bad matchup this week, so we decided just not bringing it. And I know he's probably over-prepping for it, so that means Clefable's coming, Volcanian's probably coming, Tangela's probably coming for the thickness, and Torn's probably going to be AV'd. So keeping that in mind, we make sure we do what we got to do with our physical Pokemon here to knock down that thing. So I'm going to get right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Diminish from my Davan. I'm out. Peace. Have a great rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow for our Week 3 battle.